Joe, call Henry.
Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to another review episode. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing Eureka. As usual, before I start the video, for those who are new to this channel, please subscribe, leave a like to this review, hit the notification bell, check out my other reviews once you finish this one, and share the video with your friends. And a small spoiler warning for those who still want to see the show beforehand. And now, let's get started with the video. In the years following World War II, the US government secretly relocated brilliant scientists to the town of Eureka, concealing their cutting-edge research from the outside world. As these scientists conduct experiments, accidents and chaos occasionally ensues. US Marshal Jack Carter experiences this firsthand when he becomes stranded in Eureka after his car breaks down. After preventing a world-threatening catastrophe by teaming up with the people of Eureka, he is promoted to the role of sheriff in the town. With his practical mindset and the genius of Eureka's scientific community, Carter and the town must work together to avert disasters and safeguarding their secrets. Here are the top seasons. Number 5, Season 1. The first season of Eureka introduces viewers to the peculiar town of Eureka, where brilliant scientists work at global dynamics to advance science and technology. Jack Carter, newly appointed as the town sheriff, finds himself in a unique interaction with those having higher IQs than him. The season's central focus is on the mysterious discovery known as the artifact, which brings trouble, including fatalities, to the town. With government funding shifting research towards military application and classified project in the GD Section 5, Jack must navigate these challenges to protect Eureka from potential consequences of scientific experiment gone wrong. In addition, balancing his role as a single father further complicates his life, as he and his daughter Zoe adapt to life in the quirky Eureka community. The unexpected nature of Eureka often takes toll on their lives and their newfound sense of belonging. Number 4, Season 5. The final season of Eureka delves into the consequences of the Astreus crew being hijacked and placed in a simulation by Beverly and her organization. Despite their disappearance for a month, the Eureka community remains unwavering in their determination to find the Astreus crew. As the crew readjusts to the real world after their rescue, the lingering effect of the simulation experiences haunts them. Throughout the season, the relationship between Jack and Allison takes a significant step forward as they eventually get married. However, increasing governmental overstep puts Eureka in jeopardy. Due to Holly being murdered in the simulation, an experiment to create a new body for Holly results in body doubles going rogue, determined to take over Eureka and its inhabitants. This attack and the discovery that Grace has been alone within Eureka led to the city being defunded by the government. In a final twist of fate, the series concludes with Eureka becoming the place it was always meant to be, a place where scientists can thrive without the burden of governmental oversight, marking a fitting end to the show. Number 3, Season 3. The third season of Eureka divides the storyline into two distinct arcs within a single season, showcasing the potential hazards stemming from scientific advancements. The season kicks off with a dramatic twist as Nathaniel Stark, a prompting figure in the Eureka community, sacrifices himself to protect the town he loves. With his absence, the season explores how Eureka copes with the loss of one of its most brilliant scientists and deals with the scientific mishaps that ensues. As the season unfolds, it prevents a variety of scientific threats arising from their experiments. The introduction of Eva Thorne, who harbors a keen interest in a hidden location within Eureka, as the conflict within the community. Her storyline eventually reaches a conclusion with Sheriff Carter being fired from his position. However, viewers soon discovers the long charter within Eureka giving him his job back. Carter's return as sheriff also includes an interstellar journey for the viewers. As an unmanned spacecraft, long thought lost in space, returns, and its discovery prompts GD scientists to conduct experiments, resulting in cataclysmic events, introducing and bringing back new scientists. Number 2, Season 2. In the second season of Eureka, the storyline picks up right after the events of the Season 1 finale, where Carter successfully restores temporal stability to the town. Significant changes occurs within Eureka, notably removing Stark as the head of GD, paving ways for Allison to take over his position, leading to a fresh dynamic in the town, characterized by improved communication between GD and the community. Simultaneously, Stark transitions into a scientific research role, mirroring Henry's responsibilities. This season also delves deeper into Carter's life as his ex-wife visits Eureka. From a 2-episode visit, Carter embarks on a journey into the dating scene, adding a new dimension to his character development. As the experiment within GD gets increasingly dangerous, the viewers are introduced to many scientists along the way, including Zane Donovan, who becomes a crucial member of the community of Eureka, helping Carter with the problems that occurs in town. Despite the apparent transparency between GD and Eureka, the looming threat of the artifact persists. Allison faces a difficult choice when her son becomes infused with the artifact's energy, compelling her to keep this information a secret from everyone. This decision triggers a crisis of trust within the Eureka community, raising question about the lack of transparency and its consequences. Number 1. Season 4. The fourth season of Eureka delves into the disturbing consequences of time and deep space travel as several key members of the Eureka community find themselves transported back in time to the very beginning of Eureka's existence. This temporal journey triggers significant changes within the familiar Eureka community we've come to know, leaving viewers constantly questioning what alterations have occurred within the community. Whilst in the past, viewers are introduced to Dr. Charles Grant, one of Eureka's founder. However, as he and the 5 time travelers return to the present, they face the significant challenges that lies ahead for them, with the fact that they cannot disclose that they had time traveled, otherwise serious consequences await. Amidst the chaos, the season highlights the long-anticipated romantic union of Allison and Carter, providing viewers with a satisfying development in their relationship. The altered timeline also sheds light on the organization that Beverly is associated with, as she orchestrates significant attacks on the Eureka community. Central to the season's narrative is the bridge device, responsible for the time travels. This device evolves in a crucial component in developing a faster-than-light technology, setting the stage for an upcoming exploration mission to one of the moons of Saturn, Titan. The season ends on a terrifying note as the explorers of Titan and Allison are sucked into the FDL device, leaving the viewers to wonder where they have gone. Here are the top 10 episodes and notable mentions. Number 10. E = MC ? Season 2, Episode 8. In this episode, we are introduced to Zane Donovan, a pivotal character in the community of Eureka. Zane, a young physicist with a criminal past, after getting arrested, joins GD to assist in the experiment to recreate the Big Bang, a thesis he had written on in the past. As Sheriff Carter takes on the role of babysitter to ensure Zane's smooth integration into Eureka, we witness the intriguing dynamics that unfolds. Crisis strikes in Eureka, flipping the show's narrative as a mysterious occurrence reduces IQ of 90% of the population, including some of the key scientists at GD, into the mindset of children. Luckily, Carter and Zane are among the unaffected few who must unravel the mysteries behind the intellectual decline. Meanwhile, the experimental Big Bang fusion device becomes unstable and critically endangered due to the lack of supervision caused by the intellectual decline. Fearing attachment to yet another community, Zane escapes, but Carter tracks him down. Together they work to stabilize the device, providing physicists with a treasure trove of data. However, they eventually discover that the Big Bang reactor isn't the cause of the IQ problem. Instead, they connect the reduced intelligence to a chicken dish those affected consumed. Unaffected individuals, having skipped the chicken, work to create a cure, reversing the IQ decline. The episode concludes with Carter placing his trust in Zane as he recognizes Zane's intentions are genuine and heartfelt. Number 9. Duck Duck Goose, Season 2, Episode 5. In this episode, we get a glimpse into the daily struggles of scientists at GD when one of their projects triggers a catastrophic event. The viewers witnesses that the Tesla School Science Fair in Eureka isn't your typical affair, as it becomes a day filled with high IQ kids conducting extreme scientific experiments. The fair also reveals instances of sabotage and bullying, particularly aimed at Zoe, whom some consider an outsider. Chaos unfolds as space debris starts falling on Eureka, including Sheriff Carter's Jeep, prompting him to launch a thorough investigation. During his inquiry, the viewers witnesses a unique conversation between Carter and Sarah, whose AI consciousness is imported into a car, leading to intriguing dialogues as Sarah experiences the outside world for the first time. In a side plot, Taggart conducts peculiar experiments on the migration patterns of geese, building a fleet of machines to mimic their migration, which struggles to find their way, leading to a clash between Jack's case and Taggart's experiment. During Jack's investigation, he discovers that much of the space debris from orbit is now raining down on Eureka. With time running out, Carter suspects that one of the experiments from the science fair may be connected to this crisis. As the episode unfolds, we gain insight into the challenges that the scientists face, including one who designed a new GD security field, only to discover that she had stolen the design from her daughter, who had planned to use it for her science fair. Through collaborative efforts, Eureka's destruction is averted, culminating in a spectacular display of burning debris as the science fair comes to a conclusion. Number 8. House Rules, Season 1, Episode 11. Sheriff Carter faces a moral dilemma in his role as sheriff with his inability to effectively do his job due to the immense interference of GD. Frustrated and unable to effectively perform his duties, he takes a sick day. This decision triggers a series of events within Eureka, which has already been destabilized by Henry's choice to leave. Sarah takes matters into her own hands, luring key Eureka community figures to Carter's house and forcing them to confront their problems. During their confinement, viewers gain insight into the character's past, including Sarah's origins. Sarah's origins as a former military interrogation AI system named Brad comes to light. Shared history between characters like Henry and Stark are also revealed, adding depth to their relationship. The episode delves into Henry's reasons behind his decision to leave Eureka, with the main point that he is now struggling with the compromises that GD makes, applying many of its innovations towards military use. He had hoped that Eureka was a place where innovation and research were uncompromisable by the government's interference. This sparks a debate with Stark, who was once revealed to be one of Henry's brightest students and the one who brought him to Eureka. Stark argues that people like Henry, who seeks innovation, requires individuals like himself to secure funding through compromises. Amidst the immense interrogation tactics conducted by Brad, Joe and Taggart embark on a paintball rescue mission to free the captives. This experience leads Sheriff Carter to a deeper understanding of his relationship with Sarah and the reasons behind her actions. Number 7. Here Comes the Sun, Season 3, Episode 7. On election day in Eureka, viewers witnesses the mayoral candidates employing unique scientific methods to promote their campaigns. However, a candidate's science experiment, in collision with Zoe's lab partner's experiment, inadvertently creates a second sun, resulting in a dangerous heat wave and immense destruction for Eureka. Amidst the chaos, mysterious action by Eva Thawne are further explored, including the erasure of Eureka's founders and the cover-up of the evidence within the old tunnels. Tension escalates as Eva Thawne tries to bribe the support of a certain candidate and advocates for evacuation of Eureka due to the perceived high risks. At the same time, the Eureka community holds on to hope for saving their town. In a final daring attempt to rescue Eureka, viewers witnesses Carter's unwavering determination, even if it means risking his own life. Ultimately, another chaos is averted, and the election results reveal Henry as the new mayor, leaving viewers wondering about the actions Henry will take as the new mayor of Eureka. Number 6. The X-Files, Season 4, Episode 8. Beverly's return to Eureka triggers a series of problems as she executes a plan to manipulate Dr. Cron and rewrite history. Her actions leads to the reappearance of characters from the past. Her actions leads to the reappearance of characters from the past, albeit in hallucinatory form, forcing them to confront unresolved issues related to their presence in Eureka. Carter encounters Stark, Ellison sees Tess, Joe encounters Zane from the original timeline, and Fargo is haunted by a childhood nemesis. These encounters result in a tense yet comedic moment as the characters engage in a realistic conversation with their respective hallucinations. Meanwhile, Dr. Grant witnesses some of the darker aspect of GD and his collaboration with the military. This shift in perspective pulls him towards Beverly's viewpoint that the Eureka he once founded had been corrupted by military interests. The situation worsens as Beverly's sabotage of Eureka takes its toll on the town. Amidst numerous distractions and incidents of destruction, Carter ultimately discovers the sabotage device, ending Beverly's reign of terror. Viewers witnesses the characters confronting their personal issues through these events, allowing the hallucination to disappear. However, the episode leaves behind a darker taste as Beverly successfully influences Dr. Grant towards her darker path and reveals that she and her organization has reconstructed the bridge device. This leaves viewers apprehensive about the potential consequences of her next actions. Number 5. Just Another Day, Season 5, Episode 13. The final episode of Eureka concludes on a bittersweet note as the government cuts funding for the town, prompting many residents to prepare for an uncertain future. However, typical of Eureka's unpredictable nature, chaos ensues as the government seizes equipment, results in numerous wormholes throughout the town. The tight-knit community bands together for what could be their last time, working to solve one last mystery. Meanwhile, Fargo and a few others stage a protest to express their love for the town. The episode is filled with emotional goodbyes, and viewers see Carter taking a daring leap into one of the newly formed wormholes, witnessing a montage of events from the series. Just as it seems like the end of Eureka, a surprise twist occurs. Dr. Grant, with immense wealth, returns to purchase Eureka as one of Eureka's founders. This allows everyone to continue their experiment without government oversight. The series wraps up with several callbacks to earlier seasons, including Joe proposing to Zane, mirroring Zane's early proposal, and a nod to the Season 1 finale with Allison getting pregnant and Henry in charge of GD. The final scene depicts Carter and Zoe leaving Eureka on the same route they took when they first arrived, encountering their past selves entering the town, offering a heartwarming nod to the series' beginning and end. Number 4. Pilot, Season 1, Episode 1. The series premiere of Eureka introduces the quaint yet odd hidden away town from the rest of the world. Through the eyes of Jack Carter, a U.S. Marshal, viewers are immersed into the mysterious world of Eureka, where brilliant minds converge to push the boundaries of science, converging line between science and science fiction. As Jack Carter gets acquainted with the town's key figures, Eureka's secret unravels. Carter's curiosity leads him to encounter the town's advanced technology and futuristic weapons wielded by the local sheriff's department. Putting a contrast to the seamlessly ordinary town, the stark contrast immediately creates curiosity and sets the stage for an interesting narrative. As Carter's quest for answers unfolds, the viewers witnesses weird phenomena occurring all around the town, one of which causes the accident for the local sheriff. Jack and the viewers are finally given answers about Eureka with the sheriff out of commission. Eureka is a hub for brilliant scientists conducting cutting-edge experiments, often working with governmental funding and military applications, delving into quantum time research resulting in a series of time-distorted phenomena plaguing the town. This crisis forces Carter with his pragmatic mindset to collaborate with the town's scientific geniuses in a race against time to prevent a catastrophic temporal event. With the crisis averted, the episode leaves audience wondering what other secrets and challenges Eureka has in store as Jack Carter becomes promoted to sheriff in a peculiar and fascinating town. Number 3. Founders Day, Season 4, Episode 1. On the 60th anniversary of Eureka's foundation, Sheriff Carter and a few others are unexpectedly transported back in time to the beginning of Eureka, causing significant disruptions to the time stream. Carter, still reeling from his breakup with Tess, witnesses the Eureka's community coming together for the Founders Day. However, the celebration takes an unexpected turn as they find themselves in the past, trying to blend in while avoiding altering the timeline. During the time in the past, the viewers witnesses and introduces to one of Eureka's key founders, Dr. Trevor Grant, who suspects that Carter and the others are not from his era. As the viewers gain glimpses into Eureka before its official founding, those from the present find themselves in various predicaments. From Fargo getting arrested for public nudity, to Joe causing a major destruction, to Allison practicing a medical training from the present day. With Dr. Grant's assistance, they eventually return to their own timeline, but not before Carter and Allison share their first kiss. However, returning to the present reveals significant changes in Eureka. From Tess and Jack's relationship still being steady, Kevin no longer having autism, Zane and Joe have never dated before, and Zane is still a troublemaker in Eureka, and Henry is actually married. These alterations set the stage for a complex season ahead. Furthermore, viewers are left with the mystery of Dr. Grant who hitched a ride to the future, leaving them wondering how he will adapt to the current day. Number 2. I Do Over, Season 3, Episode 4. On Allison and Stark's wedding day, a temporal wave causes time loops, trapping Carter and repeating the wedding day. With each repetition, his injuries accumulate as he desperately seeks to stop the temporal wave. However, his inability to have others retain memories of past time loops creates conflict when trying to convince them. Meanwhile, Jack's sister Lexi pays a visit to Eureka, hinting at a future storyline for the season. Jack struggles to identify the cause of the temporal wave, suspecting various individuals, including a time expert, to Eva Thorne, a character full of mystery since her introduction in the third season premiere, who in this episode lays off workers during their initial time loops. As the temporal waves wreak havoc, viewers grow increasingly concerned for Carter's safety and the community in Eureka. After numerous temporal waves, Carter convinces Stark and Fargo to secretly collaborate to fix the time. Their sacrifice comes at a cost, with Stark risking his life, ultimately leading to his disintegration into the temporal space. The episode concludes somberly as Carter informs Allison of the events, leaving Eureka fractured by losing a key community member. Here are some honorable mentions. Once in a Lifetime, Season 1, Episode 12, Phoenix Rising, Season 2, Episode 1, Games People Play, Season 2, Episode 4, Family Reunion, Season 2, Episode 7, Sight Unseen, Season 2, Episode 9, What About Bob, Season 3, Episode 2, It's Not Easy Being Green, Season 3, Episode 12, Have an Ice Day, Season 3, Episode 17, Crossing Over, Season 4, Episode 5, Old Little Town, Season 4, Episode 10, Reprise, Season 4, Episode 12, Glimpse, Season 4, Episode 13, Up in the Air, Season 4, Episode 14, One Giant Leap, Season 4, Episode 20, Force Quit, Season 5, Episode 3. Number 1. A New World, Season 4, Episode 2. After 6 time travelers returns to their original timeline in Eureka, significant changes forces them to adapt to their new environment quickly. Further changes revealed in the episode includes Joe assuming the head of security at GD, Fargo being the head of GD, Carter's deputy being replaced by the AI robot deputy Andy, and Allison being the head of medical department at GD. These drastic shifts create complications as they struggle to reconcile with their previous understanding of the facility. Determined to rectify the timeline, they take the jump drive that transported them back in an attempt to fix it. However, a typical Eureka disaster ensues, destroying the machine and many of GD's machinery. Meanwhile, the episode delves into Dr. Grant's integration into the society, revealing that he intentionally took Carter's jump key to propel himself into the future. The viewers also witnesses Fargo's authoritarian reputation during his time running GD, leading to significant problems within the organization. Specifically, a whitelisted project in Section 5 becomes a pressing issue, requiring Carter, Grant, and Andy to intervene to stabilize the situation. As the 6 time travelers comes together at the end of the episode, the viewers soon learn the disturbing news that they cannot tell anybody that they are time travelers, otherwise there will be serious consequences by the military, leaving the viewers to wonder how they will navigate this new timeline and its changes. For those who made it this far, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like to this video, share the video with your friends, and hit the notification bell so they don't miss future videos. Also, please check out my other reviews on the link below, and I will see you soon for another review episode.